Centers for Disease Control and Prevention by Caitlin Lewell. About the CDC. The CDC is the front line for Americans when it comes to public health safety. In the CDC's priority statement, they say CDC must lead with integrity to prevent and protect from diseases, detect emerging threats, both domestically and internationally, and drive state-of-the-art solutions, empowering communities and strengthening public health systems for a safer, healthier nation. Their goal is to prevent and protect against public health issues. How does the CDC acquire power? The CDC is formally known as the Communicable Disease Center. In Congress's history of the CDC, it states CDC began as a communicable disease center in 1946, focused on assisting states and localities in controlling communicable disease outbreaks. CDC's role expanded over the decades to include programs aimed at disease prevention and health promotion more broadly. Public Health Service Act authorizes everything the CDC does. It's a long-standing act that has control over a lot of public health agencies and programs. What types of power does the CDC hold? The CDC holds political power in that all their power is controlled by Congress. Congress decides what they can act on and what they can't. They have institutional power in that they are a widespread organization with power over what people do. It also has informational power in that they control what information about diseases goes to the public and how people feel about them. They do this by posting on their website that people trust information that they find about certain diseases. How does the CDC maintain or expand its power? The CDC maintains its power from Congress. Congress holds all the power that the CDC has, almost in entirety. They decide whether or not they are allowed to say anything about rules, or if it is widespread, they control what rules they set for different diseases. How does the CDC use this power? The CDC inputs programs to help prevent the spread of disease and to stay organized in the way they run. They put a lot of money into certain programs that need it the most. They split it into 3 groups: support to the state, science and data, and health education and guidance. To go more into depth, support to the state is local, tribal, and territorial health agencies, including assistance in investigating health threats and granting funds for health programs. Science and data includes CDC support for networks or laboratories and surveillance systems to monitor health threats and changes. These groups cover many health topics to keep people safe. Who might benefit from their power? Congress has all say in what happens with the CDC. Because of that, they reap any benefits that may come from it. Like if the CDC helped to save a lot of people, Congress would get the credit because they approved any information that was spread to the public. Is their power being abused or reimagined? I would say both. There have been many debates in Congress over the CDC's actions, but what got them talking the most was how they approached COVID-19. The CDC performed a lab test on COVID-19 before going to the public on how to stay safe. This action made people lose trust in the CDC. In lieu of that, they started the Moving Forward initiative. In 2022, the CDC started an initiative called the Moving Forward Initiative. It was meant to make the agency more modern in the ways they worked. While researching how to change for the better, they found they had been too focused on publishing discoveries and research than taking on biological threats. The review found that the agency's incentive structures rewarded scientific publications over impact and actions. Here are my resources for this presentation. Thank you for listening and have a good day.